Hello and welcome back to another one. In this video, we'll be discussing top 3 resources which can help you to achieve cyber essentials. The first document in the list is the NCSC requirement for IT infrastructure. I cannot emphasize more about this document as this is the basic foundation of the whole scheme. You will get to know what is the scheme, how you define the scope, and what are the technical controls and how to implement it. Second resource in the list is the Cyber Essential Questionnaire set. As we discussed last time, Cyber Essentials is a self-attested questionnaire which contains 60 to 80 questions which a company needs to answer. Third and the most important resource for this video is the Cyber Essentials Readiness Toolkit. This toolkit will help you to define the action plan for your organization on the basis of the answers you give. Alright, now we know what are these three top resources, but how do we access them? Let's get into it and see how we can access these resources free from the IASME website itself. So if we go to the IASME website, there is a section for Cyber Essentials. We'll click on About Cyber Essentials. And when we scroll down, we can see these 4 tabs. This page would give you a basic information about Cyber Essential, what is the scheme, how do you achieve it, etc., what are the charges and all. Now, in these 4 tabs, the first tab is NCSC requirement for IT infrastructure. If I click on that, it would redirect me to a PDF page. This document would outline the details about Cyber Essential, their technical controls, definitions used in the questionnaire as well as in this document. How do you define the scope? Why asset management is important or how asset management is linked to Cyber Essentials, your BYOD devices, and the actual technical controls. First one is firewall. What is the aim? Introduction. Similarly, you would have details about the other controls in the scheme. Now, the second resource for the scheme is the question set itself. We'll have a high-level look how this question set looks like and just uncover the bits of it. So if we click on the second tab, when we click on it, we'll be given options to download the multiplayer version and the Windows version. As we are in 2024, we'll be downloading the multiplayer version to have a look. Now, the self-assessment questionnaire is divided into different sections which would cover details about your company, what is your annual turnover, and how do you implement different controls of Cyber Essentials in the organization. The first section is about your company where you define all the details about your organization, what type of organization are you, registration number, address, the basic details basically, where you'll also list down the reasons why are you applying for the certificate. The last resource for this video would be Cyber Essentials Readiness Tool. I think this tool is underestimated by most of the organizations when they are trying to define a proper action plan to achieve Cyber Essentials. So if we click on the Cyber Essentials Readiness Tool, it would redirect us to a page, Get Ready for Cyber Essentials.isme.co.uk. If you scroll down, you'll have details of Cyber Essentials and Cyber Essentials Plus, and would have a button here to go through the actual tool. For this video, I'll be going through few of the questions as a sample company. I'll be acting as a medium-sized IT organization which wants to achieve Cyber Essentials. So the first question is, are you part of the funded Cyber Essentials program? This program is related to all small and micro-sized organizations. You can read more about funded Cyber Essentials program, what are the requirements if you are a small or micro-sized organization, and how IASME can help you out with the scheme. So I will select this as no. Are you an education provider? As we are acting as an IT company, I'll select this as no. Before we get going with the assessment, you'll select the business that best describes your sector from drop-down list. Once you select your business sector, the next button will appear. So I will select here IT, and as we are acting as a medium-sized organization, I'll select medium. Let's say we have 200 workers. Have you had certification before? No, as this would be our first time assessment. For the county, I'll select random. Let's select Birmingham and click next. Scope of your evaluation. Scope is the most important part when you are going through cyber essentials. You can define the scope as whole organization, but as I mentioned earlier, if you have a requirement where you just want to certify a certain business function, you can also do that. So for this example, I will be selecting the whole organization. Does the scope of your evaluation include end-user devices? Please note that a scope which doesn't have end-user devices is not accepted by IASME or the scheme. So I'll answer it as yes. Do you have an asset register? I will answer this as no, which would give me an action item, what exactly I need to resolve this. It would also give you necessary links to understand about asset management. Do you have a list of all software firmware used on devices within your organization? If I would answer this as no again, because we answered no for an asset register. So when we answer no, again, you will see that action item is there. Do you have a list of all the cloud services you use in your organization? Yeah, I have the list for cloud services at least. Do you use MFA? Yes, we do. Have you located and understood the shared responsibility security arrangement for each of the cloud services you use? Shared responsibility is a separate topic in itself. We can uncover it in another video if you want. Let me know in the comments and I will cover that video as well. So generally, organization do have a base image which they provide to a new user. So whenever a new user joins the organization, they would be provided with a base image where on top of that, they can install the software needed by them. So I'll say, yes, we have disabled the software we don't use. Have you ensured that all the accounts on your devices and cloud services are only those that are used as part of your day-to-day business? I'll answer this as yes. Is auto run or autoplay disabled on all your devices? I would say yes. Protection against malware. Yeah, we do have a endpoint protection. But for this case, I'll do none. I'll select none. And it would give me an action item again. And with more info, I can click on this link, understand what exactly we need for this particular control. Do you have a system for backing up your organizational data? No. And let's submit. So at the end of this whole questionnaire, it would give you a Cyber Essentials Readiness Action Plan. Let's download one for us. So as you can see, this report is a proper action plan against the questions we answered during the readiness tool assessment. This would give you a high-level understanding of what exactly is required to achieve cyber essentials in your organization.